Hey guys, David Pingree here today with our turn on the 2019 KTM SX-E5, the first electric mini bike out here from KTM. And this is a game changer. You know, we've seen electric bikes pop up here and there, but I think these guys are doing it right by introducing an electric model to kids, because as they start to grow up and they jump on 60s and then 80s and then big bikes, they're more likely to say, yeah, I like electric, let's try that out. So we had a friend of ours, Bronx Grundy, come out and do some laps on this thing for us here today. This is KTM's personal test track right by their facility in Marietta. And we got a little rundown on this thing, and it's a cool bike. It actually has a couple neat features. It's got a wrist lanyard, which this is a little strange to me. Their concept is basically if you fall, this thing pops off and shuts the bike off. Pretty easy procedure to get this thing started up. You roll the throttle forward, select the mode you want. There's 6 different power modes that get a little bit more aggressive progressively as you go. And that's just basically the way the power is delivered. And the first, second, and third are obviously mellow for kids who are just getting started. And 4, 5, 6 would be more advanced riders. And the 5 and 6, both the same top speed, just the way the power is applied initially. So we had Bronx kind of run through those too, and we'll get some of his feedback in a little bit. And there are a couple of neat features about this as well. There's a lock under the seat, so if you're worried about your kid, maybe he's on a 3, you know, or kind of a mellow mode, and he gets away from you and then wants to put it into a 6 to see what it'll do, you can actually lock whatever mode you're in underneath the seat. So that's a cool feature. Another thing that's neat about this bike is it's basically one mini bike for one kid throughout his whole mini bike career. So you can adjust where the shock mounts, adjust where all the body and subframe mount, and drop this thing way down. So it's like the junior mini version all the way up to the, and then you adjust it back up as he grows, and now you've got the senior mini or the SX version like he has here. The thing retails for about $5 grand, and I think a big, which is similar to the gas version that it's competing with or replacing. They've made rules that this thing will be legal at Loretta Lynn's this year, and a lot of the question revolves around the cost and the battery, right, for electric. So the cost is comparable. The battery life, and once it's fully charged, and this varies greatly on who's riding it and what type of riding you're doing. So we had him out here on a supercross track today where you're kind of on and off the throttle quite a bit, and he rode for 30 minutes without running the battery completely out. It was on the last bar and probably close, but about 30 minutes. Now if you go to a fast outdoor track, something that's got deeper dirt, you're probably looking at about 20 minutes. But if you're a kid who's just cruising around, maybe you're a beginning level rider, these things will go for an hour, hour and a half on one battery. And that's fully charged to fully empty. What we've kind of found in talking with KTM and these guys is kids, if they go out and ride for 10, 15, 20 minutes, come in, they get a drink, you throw it on the charger, so it's not completely empty, it's wherever it is. It tops off really quick, 10 or 15 minutes, and you're topped back off. A lot of really cool features. There is adjustment on the shock for compression and rebound, just a rebound adjuster on the fork, but you can't add air to sort of affect the way that thing rides. A lot of the great components that always come on the KTM, so just a cool bike all the way around. All right, so this is our buddy Bronx Grundy. Normally rides a 7 to 8 mini class, 50 class, just getting up onto a 60, so he's just sort of finishing up his mini bike career. We thought it'd be good for him to say goodbye here on one of these electric models. So this was your first time on one of these. What'd you think?
Really nice, smooth in the corners. Definitely better than the gas-powered bikes through corners, in straightaways, excelling. And it is really balanced. And over jumps and stuff, it just kind of glides over. It has nice suspension. It's nice and light, so you can move it around really good. It's just a really good bike.
Yeah, I noticed when I rode the Alta, the big bike, you know, electric model that was kind of popular, is it would corner really well because you don't have all that rotating mass inside the engine that wants to stand it up. So these things will corner like crazy. So you mentioned right away that corners really easily, and It feels balanced, which is really good. How did the power feel compared to, like, you used to ride a Cobra? How did this feel compared to that?
Smoother than the Cobra, but not quite with the power of a Cobra. But on a Cobra, you would, like, if you'd go down a steep jump or go through like supercross whoops or something, you'd get jerked a lot, and on this bike you wouldn't get jerked, you could just stay with the power.
Yeah, really smooth the way it comes on, huh? Okay, and did you find it was pretty easy to bounce between the different modes and stuff?
Yeah, 5 to 6 was same amount of speed, just 6 had more torque, and it just kind of, it just excelled more.
Just a little bit quicker acceleration.
A little bit quicker, yeah.
And you like that the best, right? 6?
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming out, buddy, and good luck. You're getting on to 60s, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be fun. Anxious to see how you do, and we appreciate you coming out and helping us with this test.
Yep, you're welcome.
So check these out. They are in your KTM dealers right now, ready to go. A lot of cool features with this, a lot of things. I mean, one of the greatest parts about these bikes is you can ride this in your backyard if you've got enough room to build a little track, and your neighbors won't even know. Get the garden hose out and keep the dust down, and you're good to go.
No complaints.
Yeah, no neighbor complaints, so we like that. Check it out. These KTM SX-E5s are at KTM dealers, ready to check out right now. Thanks for watching.